If you think about the three primary organs in the human body, brain, heart, and lungs, lung is so behind, unfortunately, in terms of diagnosis, looking at the function, etc.
There's currently 550 million people globally that live with chronic lung disease, 37 million just here in the US. And now with COVID, we expect that number to increase.
The true innovation was the ability to hyperpolarize a gas so an MRI could see what's going on in the lungs. Currently, it's a black hole when MRI looks at the lungs because it's all air, and so you need a signal that the MRI can pick up.
We have developed a technology called XENOVIEW, and it's a drug medical device combination.
And the thing that the whole hyperpolarization system does is it hyperpolarizes an inert noble gas called xenon. And that hyperpolarized dose is inhaled by the patient, fills all the spaces of the lung, and it really illuminates exactly what's going on in their lung, and it helps the pulmonologist visualize exactly what their abnormalities are so they can design treatments or interventions to help that patient specifically. Patients with cystic fibrosis, there's a big mystery exactly what's going on in their lungs. XENOVIEW allows you to see exactly where their distribution of air in their lungs is, and that really helps our clinicians plan in their lungs.
What made Blur an ideal partnership was the fact that they presented a fine balance of capability, capacity, and receptiveness to adopt new technologies and really scale along with it, scale the manufacturing, scale their inventory, their staff as a more long-term partner, somebody who could grow with us, and we haven't looked back since.
The biggest challenge in this entire process was time, and our team and the Polarean team together really helped each other out and put in a tremendous amount of effort to get this done and moving as quickly as they possibly could. And it was a group effort, and that's what we want to be about here at Blur, is a collaborative effort, partners with our clients. This was a great example of that.
It's daunting when you look at the documentation and you see thousands and thousands of pages. We try to accommodate specifically, clients need to look at, okay, where are they now, and then where do they need to be, and then we'll adapt to that. So one of our adaptations is trying to figure out, okay, how do you get there quickly, in control? And the biggest thing is move fast and be an extension of their team. Our team was able to come in and quickly decipher through the information and understand what's the next step, what do we need to do so that we can either continue production or troubleshoot, and basically get to a point where we're building a complete system so that we have the records to show that we can build this device, it's reliable for Polarean, and then they can put that together and then submit it to the FDA and put part of the FDA package. So it was just our ability to adapt and quickly pick up tons of information in a meaningful time frame.
Our shining moment was definitely the very first shipment. We watched this crate be built around it, which was done by Craters and Freighters, a local company. They also understood that we had a hot deadline and were right on site helping build this crate. We watched the hyperpolarizer, which is the size of a refrigerator, get rolled into this massive crate, which then got put on a forklift and put onto a truck. And I think at that moment, Blur and Polarean felt such a sense of accomplishment because of how many hours, and we all had been scrambling through the weekend and had to make it happen, and it was a lot of work and a lot of resources that we all put into that. It really felt like instead of two teams, we became one, and since then it does feel like we've continued as one big team, and I just think that means a lot in our partnership.
It's nice to have a customer that treats us as part of the solution, and we're not just a customer and a manufacturer, we're one team.
I've had the privilege of working with many people on the Blur team. They're always very responsive, always very helpful, very flexible as well. This year we had one customer who really needed our system to continue their research, and we had a very challenging deadline, and the Blur team really stepped up to the plate. They allowed us to turn that around and meet the tight timeline that we were given and meet our customer expectations.
The hyperpolarizer is a very complex machine, and everything that goes into it and how to make it and just understanding the valves, and it took a lot of time, and my part of that was taking that information all in and editing that so that way somebody else could read this procedure and understand and follow it. By making the manufacturing process not reliant on one person, it not only allows for Blur to spread the knowledge amongst our team, it allows Polarean to grow as well, and so that we can build more machines for them and support their growth.
The whole goal of this operation is to save people's lives, enhance quality of life, and detect things at a much earlier stage to really improve the entire practice of medicine in the lung space. We believe in this. We believe it's going to be transformative in the lives of patients, and we are going to get this in the clinic, and we're going to see the effects.